So let's get into it.
As a man, you should never be cheap with a woman, even if you're just friends. I'll tell you why.
So there you go, 3 jump cuts and just be beta.
This particular male friend, and it's always been strictly platonic, but we've had an opportunity to meet up with each other overseas and here in the States in cities outside of where we actually initially met and initially lived. So every time one of us pops into town where the other one is, we try to grab drinks or grab dinner and catch up on each other's lives, just like regular, normal platonic friends. But
Yeah, and that happens. And when guys do it, a lot of the times they just pay their own way. But I mean, sometimes there's some generosity happening, but who knows on the circumstance.
Notice that every time I get around him, he moves very stingy with money, and I'm not really used to that. Now, granted,
Yeah, because he knows that you're going to want to get a free meal, because that seems to be the go-to, is all this modern stuff and still expecting all of the traditional stuff as well.
am used to the whole going Dutch and everybody paying their own way. But typically when I'm around my really close, or at least working to be really close male friends, they always pay for drinks or dinner or whatever we're having. Cause
just casually, they just always pay for it. Well, I don't know if your dad's paying for it, whatever, but some guys aren't just easily giving out free lunch money.
one, we haven't seen each other in a long while, and two, they know I am not hungry and I'm not thirsty, so it's just out of the kindness of their heart. But this particular one, sometimes I feel like he gets up and leaves when the bill comes.
Well, if you're not hungry or thirsty, then sweet. Then I guess you're not getting anything, right? Because you're just saying you're not hungry or thirsty. So what's the problem?
Or he's just very tight with his little purse strings, okay? So one day we were out for drinks and he was doing his same typical cheap man swag. He asks me, oh, I'm going overseas to this particular city. Do you have a girlfriend? You go.
So what should we call it when you don't want to, instead of go Dutch, pay for everything? What should we call that? Because the idea of Dutch seems pretty fair, to be honest, because everyone's quote unquote a human, everyone's whatever. So they should hypothetically just be able to pay their own way.
Hook me up with. And for one split second, I was about to throw the name out of a really good, cute, just successful friend of mine. But then something told me, hold your tongue, bite your tongue. Because you know that this particular man is cheap. And there is no way in the world that I'm going to be hooking up my bomb-ass girlfriends with a cheap man. And so I was like, oh no, I don't really know anybody. But if I remember anybody, I'll let you know. When really I was like, bruh, that cheapness is not going to work for you because I cannot hook you up with anybody. That's the reason.
But a lot of people are starting to find out that you're paying all this money, and if you don't close the deal, someone else is swooping in later on for free. They're not having to pay anything, let alone just something lazy like a McDonald's or Wendy's.
And why I say, men, even if you are just strictly platonic friends with a female, with a woman, treat her kindly, treat her chivalrously, treat her with respect, because if you're...
Yeah, I'll be nice, I'll be courteous, but that doesn't mean that I'm just giving out money willy-nilly. And who knows, you might be feeling generous. You might have not met in 10 years and you did have a good relationship and, you're shouting lunch, but nothing is just instantly expected. And that's what you're expecting. You're expecting a free lunch.
You're going to then turn around and ask her to hook you up with one of her good friends, then you need to display to her that you're of the caliber to be hooked up with one of her friends.
Hey, man, I guess if you're saying, hey, man, can you suss me out with a good chick, then you've got to be playing the dance. You got to be buyed up.
Do you agree with this or not? Let me know. The reason why I do these videos is because I want you to know that you're not alone in this sometimes crazy dating world. If this is...
There you go. She does these videos just so you're not alone in this sometimes, quote unquote, sometimes crazy dating world.
If it's your first time watching one of my videos, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer, what's up? Thank you so much for coming back. If you guys have any questions or want to see future videos from me on dating topics, leave them in the comments below. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and come back next week for more dating in DC. See you guys.
There you go. Dating in DC. Who's in DC? Who's in that town? Anyway, gents, as always, thoughts, comments below, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out. So here's just a random clip to get you into the mind of the hater, the people on Vice that make these crazy hit pieces. And really, I don't know what it is. They've got a lot of solipsism. They think extremely highly of themselves. Let's just get right into it.
I'll be auditioning for the X Factor. And it's a really big deal to me. Duh. And basically I've been practicing every day to plan up for it. And it's a really big deal. So
nice.
Obviously. The song I'll be singing is the Righteous Brothers Unchained Melody, because basically on a previous episode of the X Factor that Simon Cowell said that was his favorite song. So I was like, obviously, I'm going to sing that song.
Well, if you've been practicing every day, hopefully this is going to be at least half decent. Now, I'm not expecting anything crazy. I'm just expecting something reasonable.
But yeah, so today I'll be singing a little bit of the song for you. Because
let's go.
So you're welcome. And you can use the comment space under the video to tell me what you think. Here goes.
Yeah, that guys, that's for anyone and everyone. Use the comments below for what you can, because YouTube will just automatically delete stuff. I hate being sort of accused of removing comments. Bruh, YouTube has its own algorithm that is picking and choosing which words are acceptable, which words aren't.
Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for you a long, lonely time.
The start of it's actually not too bad. I'm almost surprised. I thought it was going to be worse.
And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? Need your love. I need your love.
You could only imagine, let's say hypothetically she was at the level of Mariah Carey. I don't want to say Britney Spears, because there's a look component to that as well. But this type of mindset would have been crazy if it was given a bunch of clout. Millions and millions of followers. Would have been a very interesting, because now she's quite vindictive on Vice as far as journalism's concerned. It's very activist-esque.
Godspeed your love to me. Oh. So yeah, that's it. I know my singing is pretty good, but it's always nice to hear what my fans think of my song. So I guess I'll be checking you guys after the audition. So yeah.
There you go. Singing's pretty good. You tell me below. It was alright, but I wouldn't be trying to go for stardom. I wouldn't be trying to go for quote-unquote X Factor. But anyway, gents, we're going to leave it right there. As always, thoughts, comments, below. And hit that like on the way out. It takes 1.5 seconds. And who's not hit that subscribe button? It's free. Smash that button, please. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.